We always talk about parents who have kids who are troublemakers, doing all these things that all your kids are doing, stealing and all of that. And I always tell you that when you go ahead and you do what we do, right, that one day under the chuppah, right, they're going to write you a beautiful letter. One day we get anniversary gifts, birthday gifts, we get Mother's Day cards that no other kid in the family is going to give to you like this kid, because they are soft-hearted deep down, and that's part of why they act so crazy. And they're going to be so appreciative of everything that you did for them. And here we have it live. We had our beautiful, wonderful tzaddik, Rav Uri Zohar, who had struggling kids, several. He came here to group. He spoke about it. He did a lot of videos. He did a lot of teaching the public what he did to win back his kids. And he had his son that was going out at night and partying and doing all the wrong things and challenging and everything bad. Until the point came, he was arguing with him, he was fighting with him until he threw him out of the house. And I've said the story many times, but now we have a different ending, a new ending, which is unbelievable. So he throws this kid out of the house, and as the kid takes his knapsack, puts his stuff in it, opens the door, he's walking over the threshold to leave the house, and in 1 second, Rav Uri Zatzal, so hard to say, Rav Uri Zatzal, he gets this like lightning. If this is the end of the road of the way I've been dealing with this problem until now, if this is the end, that my child is leaving my house, it cannot be Ratzon Hashem. It cannot be the will of God. And therefore, I've been wrong the entire time. All the fighting, all the debating, all the arguing and talking, everything was all wrong. See, he said, wait. And I always say how strong that is. In the middle of, the anger, get out of my house. And he's a tzaddik, so it took him a long time to get that angry. And he finally reached the Ad Kan moment, right? Obviously, the kid did something really, really bad. And he can't take it anymore. And he was a very calm and patient person, and he can't take it anymore. And in all of that, on the spot, wait, you don't need to do tshuva. You don't need to change. I need to do tshuva. I need to change. And he opened up his arms. And the boy just turned around and he hugged his father. And from that moment, no criticism, support, smiles, hugs, what we call TP. That's why when he was here, and you'll see the video when he was here, I'm going to send it out. He was like, you're all doing, he said, this is what, first of all, the whole atmosphere of the house, instead of suffering and living in a war zone for so many years, the atmosphere was calm and happy. He said this guy became like the king of the house. His shine came out, his chain, the sparkle, his sensitivity, because nobody was attacking him. Nobody was shaking him to the core. What are you doing this? How can we do this? What are you doing? Pulling this, shutting off the Wi-Fi, pulling out the thing, breaking the thing. No terrorism, no pogroms. He was just beloved, and that's it. He calmed down. He said it was the best thing. You'll see Rav Uri testifies, the best thing for the other kids. The house is calm, the journey is beautiful. All these stories that we hear about fighting and arguing and going to family therapy, and it's all because we're fighting with him. We're trying, it's my house. And that's not the Derech HaTorah, and it doesn't work. Fine. But then look what he won. At 27 years old, he had to wait till 26, 27. This young man, Itamar, after maybe 10 years, he woke up spiritually and he came back to Hashem. And Rav Uri said, Halavai, it's on video, Halavai, I wish I could daven the way my son Itamar davens. I wish I had the Yirah Shamayim that Itamar. You're talking about Rav Uri Zohar, who did tshuva at 40 years old from being the biggest movie star in Israel, who turned over the world, who made Bali tshuva, who knew he was a genius. He knew everything. You ever hear him talk? Shas, Paiskim, Psukim, Navi, everything. I wish I had the Yirah Shamayim of my son Itamar. I got to meet him together with Itamar. I had dinner with him, Lav Malka with him, to meet this tzaddik Itamar, who goes around speaking in Ivrit, and there's videos of him with his father, begging parents. He said, I just saw their video, he says, you're worried about supporting your child because they're going to get so-called, I didn't know that's Ivrit, so-called legitimatia, You worry they're going to feel legitimized. Oh, it's legitimate because you bought the miniskirt. He explained it doesn't work that way. When you supply them, they stop. Like you just said, it even works with alcohol. He supplied alcohol, and the same kid who's stealing money and stealing alcohol stops, and the bottle is there. We have this all the time. When it's part of the whole puzzle of I'm not controlling you, and I like you, and you're a pleasure, and you're my son, and I'm with you, and I don't judge you. Beautiful. Okay.
קודם, ההפך הגמור קורה, מה שקורה זה שכשילד מקבל את ה-so called, כן, לגיטימציה הזאת שאתה קורא לה, הוא בדיוק ההפך קורה. הוא לא נאחז בקרנות המזבח, והוא לא נאבק את המאבק המטופש והמיותר הזה, הוא עושה דרך הפוכה, הוא מנסה ליישר קו, הוא מנסה לעשות את מה שהוא יכול, כי הוא לא יכול לעשות את מה שהם רוצים שיעשה, אבל הוא יכול לעשות מה שהוא יכול כדי לנסות ולהתיישר, כי יש אהבה בבית ורגוע בבית ונעים, והוא כמו שהוא אהוב.
מקבלים אותו, ואנחנו רואים את זה אצלנו. אני רוצה שהציבור הקדוש ידע, אנחנו לא נותנים תיאוריות, בתוך המשפחה שלנו יש לנו נכדים שיהיו בריאים, יש לנו חתני נכדותינו שהיו באותו מצב, והם יהודים צדיקים, הם נוער, אנשים צעירים כבר.
איזה סיכוי היה לי, איזה סיכוי היה לי פעם בכלל לנסות לרכך את המקום הקשה הזה, את היבלת הבלתי נסבלת. לא היה שום סיכוי. אם לא הייתי עטוף באהבה שלא תלויה ולא מתנה את האהבה, לא מותנית בכלום, לא היה שום סיכוי. היום הייתי נראה כמו לא יודע מה.
And now we lost Rav Uri at 86 years old. And this is partially what his son said. His son Itamar was talking to the media in Israel when his voice choked with tears. Ha'adam hazeh hayakol olamai. This person was my whole world. This is that rebel who rebelled against everything his father held dear. And they begged him, and they fought with him, and they argued with him. He was the Russia, right? He was the Russia that out of control, machalal, everything. He was my whole world. He's talking about his father. Ani metgagea elav vani shavur. I miss him so much, and I'm broken. Ani meturafal alav. What does that mean? I'm crazy about him. Who talks like that about a father? You know, any normal kid that's going to talk about my father, this is romantic. This is love. Ani meturafal I love. I'm crazy about him. Hu achayim sheli. He is my life. He was only interested in one thing, my love. Ani atzuv kol kach. I'm so sad. Ani mezazea. Vani atzuv kol kach. I'm shaken to the core. I'm shaken, and I'm so sad. Zot aveda gedola is such a great loss. Hachoshech kol kach gadol uvilti nispal. The darkness is so great and unbearable. Hu haya hachayim sheli. Vani atzuv al lechtoi. He was my life, and I'm so sad about his passing.
החושך הוא כל כך גדול, הוא בלתי נסבל, שהכל, אני מתגעגע אליו, אני שבור, תוך להפעלה בוי החיים שלי, חייתי איתו, זהו, עצוב נורא. TP,
which is really what he did in his version, Avos Albanim, Crisis Chinuch, is about taking the love of child and parent and upgrading it to Shir Hashirim love, passionate love, romantic love. There is no child in the world who thinks this way. You can love your parents and you can miss them when they pass away, but you don't say these words. I never ever heard of a child saying these words. These are words of a nafshei kshura b'nafshei. These are words of deep, deep love. These are words of lovers. He was my life. Which child says that about their parents? He was my life. I'm shaken to my core. I can't live without him. I miss him so much. I'm broken. He's not the first person to lose. And his father was 86 years old. He wasn't 46. It wasn't sudden. He was an old man. I'm broken. I'm shaken. He couldn't get a hold of himself. This is what's waiting for us. And we don't have to just do this on the sick kids and the broken kids. Every single one of our children should feel this way one day, la'achar me'ah v'esem, when we pass away. Why not? Some kids are so difficult, and we can make them feel this way. But don't forget about the kids that are easy. Don't forget about being there for them, writing them love letters, giving them gifts. Isn't it nice to buy a gift that's legal? You could buy normal kids good legal stuff, good gifts that they will appreciate, normal stuff. You don't have to spoil them. They don't need that. Normal, just I'm with you. I'm there for you. I'm always on your side. I got your side. I got you. Any age, any age. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to be your mother. I'm proud to be your father. This is what every kid today needs. And this is at the end what we gain. Because we see it, that when we make that investment of Shir HaShirim love, passionate love, romantic love, we buy cards in the romance section for our children who are broken. This is what we get. So let's make that same investment on every single kid that we have, even if they're not, off the derech or suicidal or whatever. They should all know, no matter what you go through in your life, I will always be here for you 100%. Every child that God gives you, you're mechuyev, to make them feel you are my everything. He feels this about his father because his father felt that about him. Because if you heard about the way Rav Uri spoke about Itamar, that's what he said. He's my life. And he made every single one of his kids and grandchildren feel that way in their core. That's what TP is all about. The chiddush of TP, it's so sad. It's pashut that we do this on regular kids. The chiddush was, even on a struggling kid, in order to make them feel this way, you should do it for them also. But now I have so many parents say, oh, I don't have to do TP. My kid's not so crazy, or my kid is not so off the derech. Stage 3, stage 2. Are you kidding? Even regular kids do TP. TP is only crazy when the kid is crazy. You're not going to give weed to we don't necessarily give weed anyway. We don't have to give the crazy stuff to a kid who's in 4th grade and who's doing well, but give him what he needs. The emotional connection of nafshay, kshura benafshay. You have a mother and you have a father, and we are crazy about you. We're crazy about you. And I want to tell you, we have to know when a kid is born, we have to make a commitment. I don't know what you're going to go through in your life. I don't know if you're going to be smart or you're going to have learning disabilities, if you're going to be safe or if someone's going to hurt you. I don't know if you're going to have automatic good midos or you're going to be selfish, or I don't know what you're going to go through. You're going to be rich, you're going to be poor, you're going to be handsome, you're going to be ugly, you're going to be beautiful, you're going to be disgusting. I don't know. But whatever it is, my little child, I will be here with you forever. And I will always take your side. I will always believe in you no matter what. Which is what we're supposed to do for every single Jew in the world. That's what v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, havedanas kol ha'adam l'kav schus, al taden es chavercha asher tagilam kaimai. But it's so hard to do. But at least on our children, on our family, we need to make that pledge. And you'll see in the end we're right, because these kids are good. They're really good. You said it so well. They're hurting. Something took a sweet kid and they're hurting. And I'll tell you something. According to the other people, which I don't know who they are, and there's less and less of them, but those people who say no, they're bad, okay, this is still going to fix them. You can't fix bad with being tough. You don't fight fire with fire. That just gives you more fire. You ever see a fireman? You fight fire with water. You fight fire with love. You fight anger with love. You fight bad milos with love. Everything is love. That's why every gadol says there is no fighting with a kid. There is no putting down someone. You can't build someone up by putting them down. And you have to pledge to them, and then you open up and you realize the whole Torah, Hashem says, you have to learn from me how to parent, and look at what he says. Look at every single piece of it. I'm your father, no matter what. I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. Look at every Nesiv Shalom. You could open up to any page, and he's bringing down 400 years of Chassidus. And look at the Litvish. Look everywhere. Hashem said, B'ni b'chayri Yisrael, when we were bowing down to idols. Not because of the way we were behaving. Or as the Nesiv Shalom says, Loi mipnei maseim hatoivim heim bonai. To show us and to teach us forever. Not because they're behaving well, they're my children. You're a prince. You're my child. You are my child, your prince. And whatever struggles that you have in your life, or pain, or struggles, or whatever it is, I will always be there for you. And the result is your children will be in love with you. Your children will serve you when you're older. They will be there to take care of you, and you'll have nachas from them, because that is control. You want to control your kids? Screaming and yelling is never going to control anybody. It's the power of influence, of being the greatest love of all. Every human being is influenced by the person who loves him the most. And I'll end with this. The Nesiv Shalom says in Nesiv Chinuch, Viragel ani, he says, I am, how do you say viragel? I'm accustomed to, I'm used to going to a Rebbe and asking him about each kid, how much do you love him? And then I know how well the kid is doing. It's directly, that's the way it is. It's direct thing. A Rebbe that says, this kid, I love him, he's doing great. This one, oh, he's so annoying, I can't stand this kid, I can't wait for him to be absent. There's no way that kid is going to do good. But it's even more than that. What comes first? Because I know kids who the Rebbe didn't like because the kid didn't behave well, and the next year Rebbe liked him anyway, and then the kid changed. You have to love your kids anyway as an investment, even when it's disappointing and painful, and they're struggling and they're going through. And when your kids have a father like you, okay, a father like Rav Uri Zohar, a father and a mother like all of you, you save their lives. Physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It's the only chance we have. And the real people who get saved is ourselves. Because you know that outside of this room, there are a bunch of crazy parents who also love their kids, and they're screaming and yelling and fighting and cursing and calling shomrim and calling atzala. I asked my friend, he runs shomrim, how many calls do you get from TP parents about domestic violence? They get about one a day from non-TP parents, about one a day, parents and kids fighting, okay? And we don't. In the beginning, of course, you come with those kind of problems. But look a year later, look at the people in the room who are doing this. Be'ezus Hashem, by all of you, it'll all disappear, and you should have peace and win your kids back, and always.